What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to MLB The Show 21. We are playing Colorado Rockies spring training today. Kicking off Season 2. We're going to get through some games and check out new players on the team. We added Andrew Heaney. We got Javy Baez. Really excited to see what this means for the team. I really think that we have a good lineup here. Like, this should be a pretty solid offense when you talk about all these players that have been developing now for a year in the series, and then the additions of Baez, Duvall, who's got massive power, especially against lefties. We should see a better team. It's really a matter of how much progress we can make. Hard to see us losing 109 games again, but I really like where the team is right now. I like how I attacked the offseason, but we'll get through some games. Some people wanted to see my settings here that I'm playing with, so I got Hall of Fame difficulty. I have a custom hitting view that I like that's based off of fisheye. Directional interface. Input is buttons. No PCI. The way I play Franchise is a more ratings-based approach. I'm just hitting X. So if you're somebody who gets frustrated when you time up a swing well and you pop up or you foul a ball off all the time, it's not the setting for you. But I want a more ratings-based approach, and so this is how you really get it. Hall of Fame, I just like as a difficulty, makes me focus a bit more, and I think that I get good variance on it. Classic pitching, this way no meter. I can't just be good with a meter and overcome a pitcher's bad control like you've probably seen with Toussaint in this series. So, classic pitching is just a preference, again, if you want a ratings-based approach. If you're playing online competitively with your friends, do not use these settings because you are at the mercy of the ratings and not your own ability as much. Auto fielding, just a preference, again, more ratings based, but feel free to pick and choose what you enjoy there. It's going to be different for everybody. Why don't we get into our first game? We have Andrew Heaney's Rockies debut for spring training anyway. We'll get through a few innings here, and then maybe we'll do some player lock stuff. I think that'd be fun to get a good feel for Baez, Duvall, and check out some more players. Get good variety in the video. Texans after the stream? Yup. Give me 5 minutes once the stream is over. One of my favorite series was the Sammy Hollins in NCAA. That's one of my favorite Road to Glories I've ever done. Like, playing defense is just different. I think that defensive Road to Glories are some of the most fun you can have, trying to get interceptions and forced fumbles. And as a safety, I mean, you get to do a little bit of everything. You can blitz, you can play zone, deep zone, middle zone and robber coverage, man coverage. Safety is the most versatile, I think, for you to not get so bored. Sometimes linebacker as well. Here's Andrew Heaney. Football Manager is pretty legit. So much variety and choices for managing. If I can get more into the sport, I'd love to check it out because I've known about it for, a decade, and I always have people saying, this is the perfect fit for you, as Heaney almost hits David Peralta. But, I don't think that's the right way for me to get into the sport. I think I have to get a feel for FIFA, and then once I understand some of the terminology and how things work a little bit, then we go ahead and look at something like Football Manager. Alright, so the accuracy here, just in this first at-bat for Heaney, not perfect. Obviously, he almost hit him the first pitch. Got a dribbler here, foul. Move face cam. I don't know what's best for the show. I can move it. I'm over the scoreboard. That's no good. It's a walk. All right, let me move that. My bad. And then let me flip this. For a few streams, no one told me that I had my camera not flipped the right way, so I look like I'm looking off screen. I need to flip my camera horizontally. There we go. Right above the scoreboard? That wouldn't be bad either. Do I feel like I got fleeced in the Toussaint deal? A little bit, just because the control is more of a concern than I thought it would be. That's a 3-0 changeup, hammered to deep right center. Could have been a lot worse. Let's see if we can get a better end to the inning here. This curveball not going where I want it to. Runner goes. Hammered that one right at left fielder. Who do we have in left field today? I think that'd be Hilliard. Those look like his sleeves. And then, remember, they made the addition here, Carlos Correa. So they gave him a massive 6-year deal, taking him away from Houston. So remember, the Diamondbacks are rebuilding alongside us, and here was their major signing. We didn't go with as big of a deal. Correa, that's a tough play. Oh, no! First base didn't seem like it was the right call there. So that's Baez. Not the best throw, but kind of a tough spot there. There we go. So they picked up Charlie Culberson as well. But I don't think Culberson's the kind of batter you want fifth. If he's batting fifth, that probably means your lineup doesn't have much depth. Goodbye. Heaney is the highest rated starter. Yes, he is. Music on or off, by the way? Oh, Zach Gallen. The plan is immediately to have Chirinos play in the starting rotation. All right, music off. All right, Garrett Hampson. Pitchers with high control and walk per 9 tend to do better in the sim versus guys with low control. Yeah, that seems to be the case. I didn't know much about that when I made the trade for Toussaint. But certainly know now that that combo of ratings is pretty important. Gameplay audio. How is it? Louder. Keep it where it is. No PCI? Nope, I don't use the PCI for franchise. I don't use it, period. About 10 years ago, when I was trying to get used to playing with the show and the aiming and the hitting with like the analog stick, I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out. For a couple of years, I only played Road to the Show pitcher because I couldn't hit. And then I'm just like, dude, I'm going back to X. I can't do analog swings. That was probably like 6 years ago, and now I'm having a lot of fun with the game. I gotta play it though like I'm playing an old school baseball game. Just one click to swing. That's how I grew up playing baseball. All-Star Baseball. My first baseball game that I remember playing, I think MLB 2000 or 2001. Then I got into All-Star Baseball 2002 and 2003. Yeah, PCI is a more skill-based mechanic. And... man. First of all, I don't have the skill. Second of all, I don't want my ability to override ratings as much. Here we go. How do you create your own camera angle? So, let me step out of the box here. if you go into your settings here and your cameras, you're able to hit square here and edit it. So this is my custom 1, but if I go to custom 2 here, you just hit edit, and then, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. For me, I want to be able to see first base and third base in my peripheral vision. I want to be centered, and then I want it to be at an elevation to where I feel like I can track the ball's flight comfortably. So here you see third base just on screen on the left, and first base on the right. This is really based off fisheye. All right, Javy Baez. Oh, man. Very early. I was excited about that one, but the cutter's got to be a little bit more patient. Man. All you control is swing timing, correct. The ratings determine contact quality and everything. My first baseball game was Ken Griffey Jr. Major League Baseball on the Game Boy. Real simulation gameplay. I love to check that one out because a lot of people, when they talk about retro baseball, they love the Ken Griffey game. I never played that one. I don't think I have played a 90s baseball game. Well, right back up the middle, and Baez not going to get there. That one just didn't roll fast enough. Yeah, I've been playing the new Mario Golf. I wish there was more content in it. The game's very light on content. There's not like an online tournament feature. I really hope that's coming. I was just so excited for that game because I enjoy Mario Golf. It's a really good, just chill game. Baez has 2 errors. Man. We'll talk about that in the episode. I think there's a baseball game. Maybe I'm wrong. I've played a soccer game on the Switch. What are they calling Virtual Console now with like the not N64, but Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. I think there's a baseball game in there that I've played. Heaney picks up the strikeout. There's the changeup. It is a new glove. That is true. We changed up the glove. There's a lot of things that could get us to possibly trade Charlie Blackmon. I'm more open to it now, looking at where the roster is. Like, if he's not playing that well and he's keeping, like, Hilliard from playing, that's when it makes sense. But I don't think we'd get a lot in return. I feel like if you're not playing with friends, there's barely anything to do. You can't even decide the CPU's difficulty. I was reading something on like the Mario Golf Reddit about if you go into like stroke play against the CPU, I'm pretty sure you can set their clubs. And I think that if you put them on the championship clubs, that it's harder and they can shoot way under par. Something about that I read. So if you want that, it's an option. Otherwise, I've just been doing the time attack and score attack rounds, just trying to get scores better and grind out those better clubs so I can hit the ball further. But I'm really hoping they add some real online components. Otherwise, this is, I think, even more bare bones than Super Mario Party. We definitely need speed in the outfield, but we have a lot of it with Hilliard and Hampson. Hilliard's got like high 70s speed. Hampson, I mean, he probably runs a 4.4. I enjoyed the gameplay aspect of the story mode. It was fun enough. I beat it in the weekend. Man, Gallen's just not missing. How long should I have Heaney pitch this one? Isn't like 3 innings the norm here in spring? I saw him playing that. I think he's streaming at different times or something, because whenever I check to see if he's on, he's not. Yeah, I wanted to check him out playing Mario Golf. 3 or 4? Okay. Oh, I knew Gallen was going to be good, but the guy is just not making a bad pitch. I think I'm also a tad early on the timing here. Unless he's throwing his fastball, my timing's early. I kind of like his pitch mix here because he's got that mid-90s fastball. But you really got to be, like, aware of if it's not a fastball, it's a pretty decent change in speed. Man, I can't stand him. Zach Gallen, 4 strikeouts and, like, 5 outs.
Batting 6, the left fielder, Sam Hilliard.
You're not the only one that uses broadcast camera. You guys know Matt 10 on the Operation Sports forums that has made all the great slider sets for Madden. He plays the show with broadcast hitting. I don't know how you do it. I also don't know that I've ever tried it, but it just doesn't seem... I don't know how you'd get used to it. Tracking the pitches in reverse. All right, full count here to Hilliard. I had a lot of fun hitting with him late in the season. In the air, out to left. Not much there. 6 up, 6 down for Zach Gallen. Let's get the bullpen going here. Is it normal for starters to get a chance here? Because I'd love to go straight to like Yanni Chirinos. I'm going to warm up Tukey for now. But let me know if there's any issue with like stamina if I warm up a starter here in the spring for a mid-inning entrance. When I was in school, I played football. For a couple years, I played running back, safety, and corner. I really enjoyed playing defense. Baseball, I played 99% of the time at center field. There you go. Put in relievers? Okay. Good feel for Heaney right now, getting some strikeouts on a lot of different pitches. Going to the All-Star Game and Home Run Derby, that sounds like an amazing time. I hope you have a blast. I hope you have good seats in the outfield somewhere. The Home Run Derby, I think, would be so much fun to go to, and it's in Denver. Especially a Denver home run derby. I mean, the ball's going to be flying. You don't even need to be, like, anywhere near the front in the outfield seats. You might be better off if you're in the back. The ball's just going to be absolutely smoked. I do play fantasy baseball. Yep. Daily fantasy baseball. I don't have a season long. Come on, Josh. I want to go to that curveball, but he has no confidence in it. Who you got in the Derby? I mean, betting against Ohtani just sounds like a losing proposition, doesn't it? Do we know who's all in it? I know Ohtani, Story, I think Matt Olson. Who's all in it? I don't think Coors favors either side significantly. Located it perfectly. It can't get the call. It's not going to help the confidence. Joey Gallo. Trey Mancini. Soto. Ooh. Vlad. I swear you guys are naming more than 8 players. How many are in the Derby? I thought it was 8. Ohtani, Story, Olson, Soto, Mancini, Gallo, Alonso. If he didn't get hurt, we could have had Byron Buxton in there. All right, we got a 1-2 here. Correa, curveball. Wow. Almost. Vlad isn't in it? Okay. Salvador Perez? So far, so good for Andrew Heaney. Clean 3 innings there. Ohtani versus Soto. Perez versus Alonso. Gallo versus Story. Olson versus Mancini. Okay. That's going to be a lot of fun. Inside the park homers don't count, Kane. I understand that. But, man, Buxton, when he's played this year, man, he's just crushed the ball. It's been so fun to watch. I think I need to get Chichi Gonzalez back into the bullpen. Well, it depends. It's kind of a competition here, honestly. Chichi Gonzalez, Yanni Chirinos, Austin Gomber. 2 of them can start. But not all 3. Let's try, after this, Sir Anthony Dominguez. Rule 5 pickup. All right, hopefully Gallen's last inning. I have my hitting settings. If you rewind, I'm not sure where it is, but I showed them earlier. Man, couldn't do much with it. Dom Nunez. Still waiting for that Rule 5 rebuild. It sounds like a lot of fun. I've been thinking about it and how I would go about it. But I haven't yet figured out how I want to do baseball on the second channel. That's why it hasn't happened yet. Because I don't want it to be a thing where, you know, it takes hours and hours to do an episode. Like, second channel, the stuff I'm doing over there is supposed to be, like, quick turnaround, easy to put together, and I don't want the scope of it to get out of control. All right, let's go to Zach Veen. He's down here in the Cactus League. Let's get a look at him here. Zach Veen, Zach Gallen. If he goes yard, he makes the team, right? That how this works? And not that I don't want the series to go a long time. I'm talking about individual episodes. Like, it doesn't take me 4 hours to put together a Texans video. That's why I can put them up every other day or 3 in a row sometimes. 3-0 here to Zach Veen. Gallen is scared of him. He just walked him on 4 pitches.
The batter, number 1.
Bad pitch. Yeah, definitely able to do some quick managing and watch some. Would you consider doing Road to the Show on the second channel? You know, Mark, I've actually thought about it lately. For the first time in really a couple of years, I've actually missed some of the player-based content. For the first time in like 2 years. 1 second here. Gallen's too good, man. Get him out of here. I don't know if I'll start one this year. I'd like something baseball related over there, but I don't have anything in mind yet.
For the Rockies, number 62.
But one thing I want to do on the second channel soon, might as well talk about it now. We are going to get that Perry Cummings Road to Glory. Alright?
Leading off
The Perry Cummings Road to Glory is going to happen. That's what I'm planning on doing next for a small series. The Anton Greenberry series went 8 episodes. I just rewatched some of it to figure out how to set those up properly with the coach trust and everything. I think I got it down now. But I want to do a Perry Cummings Road to Glory for 1 season. This is not Baez Day. How hard is it to get college football revamped on the PS3? And keep in mind, Perry Cummings, if you're not familiar, from my Browns rebuild, it's a few years ago, I drafted him as a wide receiver. But I looked 2 seconds at his ratings. I saw ball carrier vision, like 99 speed. I saw all these ratings that showed that he could be a really good running back. And he's basically the best running back I've ever had. But he went to school at Air Force. So that's a really unique offense. And my plan is to do the 1 season Road to Glory with Perry Cummings as the option quarterback. Kind of like Jerick McKinnon was at Georgia Southern. Pretty easy to get there. There's a Reddit forum for it. Okay. I will have to check it out. We have Gallen here. Why is he going to bunt? Why hasn't he come out of the game? Your day is done. It's time to go to the golf course now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Man, I'm getting greedy over here. I can't believe how many errors. Like, seriously, 3 errors. Nowhere to put him. We can't walk him here. It's a 3-0 count. This is bad. There you go. It's not all Tukey's fault. Come on. Get out of there. Out of the inning anyway. At least Baez made that play. There's no way we get to 4 errors, right? Yes, Luke Weaver. I know his numbers are pretty good, but not Zach Gallen.
Rockies, the right fielder.
So we got 96 on that fastball. Change up, cutter, 12-6. I almost feel like we have to have the same approach. What do I think about Diamond Dynasty? I don't play it. I got a couple friends that play it. It seems like the most interesting card collecting mode, the most fun to play, no money spent, the most rewarding. The stat tracking, I think, is super cool. But I don't play those modes. Yeah, maybe I will get somebody else ready for next inning. Let's schedule to put in Sir Anthony Dominguez. Hey, Tukey got an inning with no runs allowed. Let's call it a win. I'm going after everything low. Alright, Baez, number 2. Couple errors on the day. Baez in the air to left field, but I don't think that one's going. Do I use sliders at all? Nope. Not in the show. There's stuff I could mess with, but so many years of messing with Madden sliders have me not wanting to touch them and constantly trying to find the perfect set. I'll just play the game this way. I get really good results. Not hard to get realistic games, so that's all. And that was bad at bat.
Your attention, please.
All right, Sir Anthony Dominguez. He's got a pretty good fastball here. Let's see what we can get this at. Ahead of it at 98. We wanted more strikeout upside. I think we're going to have it with this kind of fastball. That is over. Baez. Cut off in center. And the no-hitter. No, I'm about to get no-hit in spring training. It's all right. Could be your closer? Possibly. Right now, it's going to be Michael Givens. I loved pitching with him last season. And he was one of our better strikeout pitchers. So he's getting the first shot to be our closer. Where do you want this one? Ooh. You want to go slider over here? Blew it by him. Right over the middle, too. He's not listed as a closer. I'm not sure about his real life role. Play on Hall of Fame difficulty. Just backing him off the plate a little bit. Runner goes. They trying to do hit and runs here in spring training? Here's Correa. Man, that one missed. And it's gone! Correa into the bullpen. A 2-run homer. Tried to have that one very top of the zone. It missed down a little bit, so easy. Opposite field, Carlos Correa. Pitcher getting tired. Wow. Oh. Pitcher's not confident is a greater concern, honestly, right now. Unequipped, thank you for becoming a new member on the channel. I appreciate that very much. Ooh, he chased that one. Whoop. Pump faked on accident. Let's not mess up any more things on defense here. And maybe let's break up the no-hitter here. We shouldn't get no-hit today. They got DeSclafani now? Alright. We're breaking up the no-hitter this inning, alright? Fuentes, deep left center field! I told you. We had to break up the no-hitter this inning. Fuentes is such a nice swing in here. I love hitting with him.
The left fielder, number 22, Sam Hilliard.
Should the World Series have been vacated? I mean, by most cheating standards, you would assume so, but they're never going to do something like that. Because it's a bad look for the MLB, not just the Astros, if they let that happen. Alright, 1-2. Gotta get this run. Why is there no like button? There should be. Get going to third base. Yep, Texans video once I'm done streaming today. I thought that might go to the backstop. Crushed it to left field. It's not gonna get out. Wait. Oh. It was a lot closer to going out than I thought it would be. Sam Hilliard's got some power. Like, with that contact, you'd expect that to be maybe like 5 feet in front of the warning track, and he was up against the wall. I mean, that's just what it felt like to me. Like, he'd catch it right there. Oh. Man. I've messed around in retro mode before, yeah. I appreciate that, Matt. Glad you've stuck with the channel for so long and the content. It's been a long, long time. How long do I think I'm going to stream for? Probably another hour, hour and a half or so. And I might do more of these spring training streams too. Might get to some over the weekend. Three and 1 here to Brendan Rodgers. To first base you go. I'm not sure when the opening day episode's going to be. We'll see how much spring training I want to play. I want to get, you know, a few reps with everybody. But I think, like, between a couple streams and maybe a couple sessions on my own grabbing highlights, I'll have enough for an episode. I'd like to get through all the spring training recording over the weekend. It's Thursday now. Let me get as much streaming and gameplay recorded by Sunday. Put spring training video up Monday, and then go to opening day, I think, is the timetable. Back up the middle, and this one's getting through. I thought about first to third. He'd be out. Who do you want to see here? Adam Duvall, Jose Peraza, Todd Sinigi, Connor Joe, Colton Welker. First one I see pop up twice in the comments is getting pitch hit. What position battles are you actually looking to solve? Left field. I saw Duvall twice. All right. So left field.
Your attention, please.
4th and 5th starting pitcher.
Number 14.
Those are the main areas of competition. Duvall. like the stance here for Duvall. Oh, man. Inning's not over, though. I was power swinging there the whole way. Yeah, I will be doing some live streams of regular season games. It'll make more sense this year. Too aggressive. Like, at a point last year, it was basically, like, the team is just terrible. So, we don't need all the extra gameplay. But this year, I want to stream more because I'd like to get to more games. And that'll be a nice way to do it. Those 3 swings were just horrible. Alright. Had a better inning, at least. Let's go get Gomber up. And Gold is coming in. So, Brandon Gold's probably going to be down at AAA this year. Had a good season last year, I think, at AA. Yeah, trade frequency slider is going to be staying at 0 because the CPU makes horrible trades. They traded like 7 times last year when I allowed them to, and I didn't like any of the trades. They were all terrible. Just kind of saving the CPU from itself in a way. Nice pitch. Who did Carson Kelly play with before the Diamondbacks? It says he's played with 2 teams. Who was it before them? They do need a trade override option, yes. Then they can do whatever they wanted, and I'll just veto most of them that stink. St. Louis. Oh, so Yachty's there, and there's just no room. Tim LeCastro, the New York Yankee. I thought that was a weird trade for them, because, like, pretty much the Yankees only add players that have, like, 20, 30 home run upside, I feel. So LeCastro seemed like a strange fit, unless he's just, like, a better version of Brett Gardner. Oh, he was in the Goldie trade. That wasn't that long ago then. I'm mad he didn't swing at that. It's a good pitch. This might not be the place, but this season with the Texans, it really feels like the last year of Bud Grant's Purple People Eaters, now or never. You know, I think that's a good way of looking at it with the age of everybody on the team and just how much it's going to take to keep any of those players. It's really a now or never year. Not a now or never, but like it's now or figure it out with a new core or a revamped core. Check this out. Kyle Freeland has gone to the Diamondbacks here in the series. So now we're facing our old pitcher. Making us go lefty-lefty here. I kind of want to take Charlie out. Does Charlie Blackmon need all these spring training ABs? When we could be giving them to Jose Peraza. I think Johnny Damon was super underrated. I felt like he was highly rated when the Red Sox won the World Series, but that was so long ago. Appreciate the super chat, Ben. I mean, I allowed them to make trades last year spring. I allowed them to. And we saw stuff like Whit Merrifield to the Twins. We saw Bobby Witt swap for Shane McClanahan. We saw Jazz Chisholm traded away. Like, even that is too much for the CPU. None of the trades made any sense. I like to go after Kyle Tucker. Yeah, I think he'd be a good player to add. Wouldn't be as difficult as some others if you need the outfield help. Man. I have a hard time seeing those pitches that are going in the dirt.
Up next for Colorado. Not so
I might be able to mess with my camera a little bit and read north-south elevation better. But oh well. Yep, Texans video coming up after the stream. Give me like 5 minutes and I'll have it posted. Oh, come on. How does he knock that one down? Baez has a couple here that could have been hits. That was his hardest hit. Ryan McMahon, lefty. He actually has better power against lefties. Slider left up, deep right center, out! See? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Ryan McMahon, solo homer. The whole 8-8 episode was pretty clever. I was waiting on that one for a long time. Why is the NL so average this year outside of just a few teams? I don't know, just the way it is. I mean, you have the East and the Central are just really meh. You got the Mets in first place. They're just kind of lucky the Braves are playing like crap.
now batting. Third baseman.
The Mets got some good things going for them, but I really thought the Braves would be doing a lot better this year. Then the Central, I mean, I thought the Brewers' offense would be kind of their detriment, but it hasn't been enough of an issue. But then you got the NL West that has like 3 of the best, you know? The NL is so imbalanced. Nimmo came back and turned our offense around real quick. Yeah, I always like Brandon Nimmo.
Number 80. Seth Beer.
I know Lindor started out slowly. Eventually, you just assume that he'll eventually get there. Oh yeah, I guess I'm giving Brandon Gold another inning or another batter. Facing Seth Beer. He's got the energy. We'll go 2 innings. Oh, how do you lay off? That is such a cold-blooded take right there. I don't know how you do it. Unless you decided before the pitch to not swing. Then we walk them. Let's get someone warm. And we have Gomber if it gets messy here. Cesar Hernandez. So they've made some moves. The Correa move's intriguing for them. Get over there. Dive. Oh, man. I'd swing at that one. Not the easiest guy to strike out. Here we go again. You know, I think the Mets are in pretty good shape, DJ South, the rest of the way. Like, the pitching, you know, is going to be what carries them. Ooh, what a pitch. I honestly think they'll have a better second half of the year in terms of offense. And with how injured the Braves are, I just don't think that those other teams in the East are going to offer enough. I think they'll get into the postseason with just like a decent record. There you go. Not bad. There's a small list of pitches you wouldn't swing at. Yeah, it's the intentional walk pitch that doesn't exist anymore. And the fastball in that knocks your hitter back and it overrides your swing. I always love that when I was going to swing, but the animation like won't let me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know, high 80s, low 90s wins. What do I think of the chances are that Ohtani wins MVP and Cy Young? I mean, MVP wouldn't shock me with what he's doing. Cy Young in the AL, who would his top competition be there? I think it depends, like, the timetable for, like, Bieber coming back. But there are a lot of good pitchers in the American League. Like, I think he has a better chance to win MVP because the totality of his play is just phenomenal. But I think that somebody else will win Cy Young. I think Garrett Cole's in a better spot. You know, Bieber could be. Even someone like Carlos Rodon with how dominant he's been, too. I laid off one of them. But no one's catching DeGrom. He could give up 9 home runs tomorrow to the Diamondbacks, and I think he's safe. Hey, Kane, love your content, man. Do you think Joey Gallo for Gavin Lux is a fair trade? I am the Rangers. I don't really know the great valuations of prospect. Not prospect, but he's a developmental player. Lux for Gallo. I don't think it's like the worst trade, but I'm not sure the Dodgers make that one. That might fall in, though. It's not terrible. I guess I'm trying to go the other way. You know, is it sustainable for Ohtani to be the high-level pitcher and hitter? I don't think you can apply conventional wisdom to a 1 in 100 year player like Ohtani. I don't know. I think that you certainly just don't get in the way. You know, he's had a big surgery already, I'm aware of, but I think unless something bad happens, you keep going. I don't think that you pull the plug on either one just get longevity for his career. I think you trust modern medicine, the data, and say you got a 1 in 100 year player and you don't try to screw it up. Man, I love the Giants this year. That team is a lot of fun to watch. I like their lineup top to bottom. Alex Wood's been so good this year. I love watching the Giants. When they're on at night, I definitely catch a fair amount of their games. And I was doing that last year, too, when they weren't as good.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Rockies, Number
I
26.
really haven't followed baseball since the Tigers traded Verlander, Detroit fan for all sports. Well, I can imagine that the Tigers aren't exactly motivating you to pay close attention. I feel like the Tigers and Lions have just been in rebuild mode my entire life. But the Tigers, you know, they won that World Series once, right? The Tigers were good for a time. What do I like about the Giants? I think there's just kind of like they're an underrated team because they don't have the star power that other teams have, but they're just so complete top to bottom. Nice try. No out.
The batter, your attention, please.
Oh yeah, I like Buster Posey. I know that he's been hurt lately though. Who do you think the Giants trade for at the deadline? I don't know what to project for deadline deals. The main one I'm thinking about is who's going to make the move for Nelson Cruz. Has to be an American League team because he needs the DH. Today I saw Blue Jays and A's rumors. I think the A's need him a lot more.
Now batting. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I'd love to see him with the A's if he does leave Minnesota. It's a tricky spot for the Twins because they're not gonna turn this season around. It's just not gonna happen. But at the same time, I think that it's reasonable to expect them to be competitive next year, to be a better team. So what do you do in the meantime? When you got Josh Donaldson's massive contract, you got Nelson Cruz, Jose Barrios, but you have a lot of good things going for you right now. But at the same time, you need to get a couple additions probably for next year. So it's the Twins are in one of the most difficult spots here to try and balance the deadline with also wanting to win next year. That's going back. Changeup is hammered. No! Gomber gives it up to Carson Kelly. You probably have to trade Cruz, trade Sano. I'd be okay with a Sano trade. And I think the Twins, you know, we've seen a lot of the younger hitters they have, and I think they're all going to be, a lot of them are going to be everyday staples. Mainly Larnick and Kirilloff. They can certainly afford to trade Miguel Sano, but if you're not getting, like, a great prospect in return, then is it even worth it?
Attention, please. This change defensively for the Diamondbacks.
So I don't know. I think the Twins end up trading Cruz, but I don't know about anybody else. Let's see. I haven't hit well with Hampson today. Let's just switch it up. Connor Blair.
Number 66. Connor Blair.
Let's see if we can answer back. I could see the Red Sox being in on any of the pitchers. Yeah, Andrelton Simmons, a trade for him makes some sense too. Someone's going to want that defensive boost. But man, his defense is fun to watch. He's so good. 1-2 with Peraza on deck. Man, please get to the seats. I laid off so many pitches just to be late on the sinker right over the middle.
Now back. The right fielder. Toussaint Enters.
I think the Twins potentially could trade Donaldson if someone's willing to take on that contract. I'm just not sure who that would be. I think if they get an offer, they should seriously consider it.
Now batting. The shortstop. Javy Baez.
No! Late on that one, too. That was a solo homer waiting to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now playing center.
We'll give Gomber this inning here and see if we can get a couple in the ninth. Yeah, I hope the Reds do something to beef up the pitching, whether it's bullpen or rotation. Because I certainly want to see that offense. I'd love to see that offense in the playoffs. But with how competitive the wild card's going to be, you have to win that division. The Central's weak. You have to find a way to win it. Thoughts on the Rays? Slow start, but they've come around. I can't believe the year they've gotten from Rich Hill. The lineup is really streaky. That does concern me when it comes to them having sustained success again, but I mean, they were just in the World Series. And they strike out a whole lot. Gomber looks like a AAA pitcher. Yeah, the ratings are kind of borderline there. We'll switch it up. Rojas on deck. Here's the fastball. Crushed it. All right, we'll get someone warm. It is possible I have Gomber pitch a little bit at AAA this year. I think we have more competition right now. But not a great outing here. First of the spring. Playing Hall of Fame difficulty. Long run. I want to see the show track on that one. How long was that? 115 feet. Yeah, the angle wasn't great. That was a 95% route efficiency, which doesn't seem that good based on that angle. Thoughts on the Mets? I talked about them a little bit, Green Wave. I think they're going to be just fine to stay like on top of that division. You got to worry a little bit about the Braves, but the Braves are kind of getting in their own way. And they have a lot of injuries and players they're missing too, so I'm expecting the Mets to have a better second half of the year offensively. Pitching should stay good, and I think that they just kind of cruise to that division title, partially because nobody else does enough to challenge them. I think Lindor will be worth the contract. I mean, I watched him play for Cleveland, and I always thought really highly of him. Slow start in the first year, but I would be patient. Let's try this curveball. Wow. Kept it down, line drive right field, a run scores. I'm with you there, DJ South. I'm with you. You know, I picked up a game the other day. Like a week ago. I've been playing a little game called MVP Baseball 2005 on the GameCube. I saw it when I was at a game store, and I wanted to see how it held up. We have a GameCube set up, and I gotta say, MVP 05 still plays a pretty good game of baseball. It's hard. Like, it has the pitch meter in there, and anytime you miss, man, the ball's getting crushed, even on lower difficulties. But I was playing with, like, those 2005 Twins rosters a little bit that I used to play with when I was younger, getting into franchise mode. And MVP is still fun. I played on PS2, but I think anything that's multi-plat in that generation I'd rather have on GameCube. The GameCube's so tiny, it takes up less space. I like the controller, too. Oh, and 2 to McMahon. Yeah, there's a few games I wanted to go find on GameCube eventually. I know, like, some of the big Mario games are more expensive or harder to find. Like, I haven't played Double Dash in a long time, or Mario Baseball in a very long time. I wanted to get Crazy Taxi. First system, because I can't stand that controller. My first system was a Sega Genesis, and then a PlayStation. But I wasn't really into playing games until the PlayStation with Madden. That was what got me into gaming and football all in one. Fuentes in the air. Not far enough. There is a couple games, though, I want to go out and find on PS2. Like, I'm in my late 20s now, and just, like, half my day is just spent, like, thinking about stuff from when I was younger. Just all nostalgia all the time. I mean, geez. I got Pokemon Snap sitting in front of me here. I'm just buying everything that my childhood either gave me or I missed from my childhood and I want to experience again. I want to get... Oh, man. I caught up to it, too. It's going to be a double play to end the game. Arizona wins. What got me into baseball and MLB The Show? Once I got into football, it was easy for me to get to baseball. And it's on all the time, you know? So, just naturally, just move from football to baseball. Midlife crisis at 28, though. Yeah, pretty much, you know. I want to get Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix on PS2. Love that game. Where'd Midnight Club go? They put out one on the PS3 and Xbox 360. I think that was Midnight Club LA, and then Rockstar decided they're now they put out GTA once every 15 years, a Red Dead here and there, and that's it.
For our ball game this afternoon, for the victorious Diamondbacks, 5 runs.
My top 3 players of all time that I watch have to be Roy Halladay, Felix Hernandez, and Justin Verlander. They were all great, for sure. Dominant pitchers. I'm 32 and have 2 kids. I buy them things knowing I'll be using them more than they will. A couple off days and then a matchup here against the Dodgers. If you don't mind, I'm skipping the matchup here against the Dodgers. We got the A's here. If I watched the finals, I missed most of the last game because I was watching the match with Brady, Rogers, DeChambeau, and Phil Mickelson. So I missed the finals game that day. I think I watched the last 2 minutes, but by then the Suns had it in the bag. Let's go to the Mariners game. Yanni Chirinos. So who you got in the finals then? Who do you think wins? I haven't kept up, so I don't know anything, but I guess I'd like to see the Suns win, mainly for Chris Paul, and because the Suns have been bad and rebuilding for so long, and it's like, oh, they're actually good. Might as well win the whole thing then. Top 3 video game characters that I've drafted in sports games. What comes to mind is like Perry Cummings, Nate Bell, Reggie Shepard. It's a little weird when I compare players on the main channel to the second channel because I got so much more time with players on the second channel, but I played the games on the main channel.
Leading off the afternoon for Colorado, the center fielder, number 1. Pitch, 111.
All right, Chris Flexen's on the mound. Will I ever go back to manual fielding and meter pitching? I mean, fielding potentially, but I'm really enjoying the games the way they are. Meter pitching, I don't think it's the best fit for my content. If I was doing Road to the Show, I would absolutely have a meter or pinpoint. Man, I just can't stop striking out with Hampson.
Batting second. Right field, number 19. Charlie Blackmon.
Career 302 average. If it can stay around that this year, I don't see us trading him, but if he's hitting 240, 250, going to make me think more about playing other players. What? A little early? So just pull it into right then. I don't think I'll do Road to the Show this year. I am interested, honestly, in playing it right now. But I don't think I'd be wanting to do a full Road to the Show is all. That's hit pretty well. Didn't matter. I especially don't want to start it now, a couple months post-release, and like 6 weeks or less before Madden comes out. So what I'm looking at right now is getting through the current Super Mega Baseball season, and then I want to do Perry Cummings' Road to the Show. Road to Glory, you know. It'll be one season. Nice and easy. 1 year with Perry Cummings. And I meant to do a lot more of those Road to Glories, but the Anton Greenberry one wasn't great. I don't think I set it up the right way. I don't think I did a great job with that series. But I'm ready to try it again, and then potentially, if people like it, and I'm doing like, you know, it's 7-8 episodes to get through a season. You know, some of them will be multi-game episodes, and then you do focus games on Bulls and whatnot, big rivalry matchups. But then maybe start to think about other players to do that with, if people are into it. But we're going to try it again with Perry. Oh, way up there.
Leading off for the Rockies, the first baseman, Ryan.
To the second inning, and that was a pretty good first inning with Yanni Chirinos. Enjoyed that for sure. Wow. But after I do Perry Cummings, I'm not sure who would be next, but I definitely want to switch it up and go away from quarterback. But again, I always talk about how much I like defense in Road to Glory. Certain positions aren't as fun, unfortunately. Like wide receiver, I don't think I'd enjoy as much. Unless it was like a gadget player or something, because like the route running and the contested catches are just lacking in NCAA. No! Try to lay back. The show usually comes out early spring, so around March.
Third baseman, number 8, John Lenter.
Sylvester Seymour Road to Glory. See, something like that would make some sense. I've never done one with a defensive tackle. Swinging very early today. And then late. That did not sound like it was hit with a baseball bat at all. Alright, inning number 2 for Chirinos after a 9-pitch first. Wasting no time. Gregory Polanco is now with the Mariners in our series. Over from the Pirates. Really good first impression here for Chirinos. But now we have a longer AB here against Polanco. Tough.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, John Lenter.
Nope. That one's gone. Chirinos gives up the 2-run homer to tie France. I like the first inning more. That's just a good swing. A little more elevated than I wanted it to be. Darren Ruff is over from the San Francisco Giants. That's a catch.
Batting seventh.
And I've talked about doing All-Pro 2K8. Definitely want to get to that again. I think that's going to end up being a streamed series that goes to the second channel. Is how I want to do it. Just a one-season deal there. And then at the same time... Nice. At the same time, I'm starting to think about what I want to do on Madden when the game launches, because the scouting won't be there. I can't start a franchise on anything without the scouting, because they're going to have a new system in the first title update, and you'll need to start a new franchise to use it. They've already said that. Nice. Beautiful. So we didn't finish Head Coach 09. I wanted to take a break. I was working on that series for a year, and I was kind of burnt out on it. But I've actually been more interested in playing lately. It just probably still won't be for a little bit, because of Madden being so close now. What you doing with that curveball up there? Sam Hilliard, home run, 418 feet. Not a ton, Braden. There's been a couple nice hits, but you just saw probably the best of the entire episode right there. Best of the stream. DeMario Waddle. Yeah, I think that a DeMario Waddle Road to Glory would be awesome. Sam Hilliard, everybody. I think that he's got a chance to play a lot for us this season. We're on the board. Tried to not swing at that. Russ Watson, fullback, Road to Glory. Will they let you play fullback, although he's supposed to be a tight end? But even if I think a position won't be that fun, like they're one-season deals, I can combine multiple games into an episode, so there's no reason why I can't try a receiver or a tight end or something that I'm not as interested in. One and two to Dom Nunez. I'm not sure I've hit a home run with him. I mean, I got the right pitch, but he put it right on the ground. All right, my goal here is to not strike out with Garrett Hampson. I'd love to do another safety Road to Glory. Safety's my favorite position. Didn't strike out, don't care. Just happy to not strike out this time. But hey, we get the moonshot from Hilliard. That was nice. Let's go with out of the bullpen in the next inning. More Toussaint. Why not? Taylor Trammell hitting ninth. Why? Colby Wadman Road to Glory. Wasn't there a game that let you do like Superstar with like a kicker? No, we can't find the zone. Dre Tatum would be neat. I thought of him just because he's kind of becoming a new star for us on that channel. Better than I thought he'd be. He's kind of the new exciting safety. right on the ground. Hudson Lumen
Up next is the
at linebacker.
second baseman.
So yeah, Road to Glory is going to be coming. I'm going to try it with Perry Cummings. We'll see how it goes. If it goes well, then it's something that I could do a lot more. Like, I've wanted something that has a really, really quick, kind of just fast to put together. A nice, easy second channel series like that. And player base makes the most sense for that. You're only worried about half the game as opposed to the entire game, so you can get to 2 in an episode easily. And the whole idea would be to complete the whole season of Road to Glory in less than a month, which I think I did with the Anton Greenberry series. I believe it was 8 episodes. It just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I get that Perry was listed as a receiver for Air Force, but I'm not having him play receiver in an offense that runs the option. I'm going to have him play quarterback. And the story will just be that NFL teams didn't know where to play him. And so some thought he was a receiver, some thought he was a running back.
Leading off for the Rockies, the right fielder, number 19, Charlie What?
Justice Sheffield. It'll be really fun because when I rate him in the game, obviously I'm going to make him like elite speed and everything. But I'm thinking for like his arm, I need to go like, if he's playing quarterback, he has to be able to throw the ball. So I'm thinking like mid 70s power, low 70s, high 60s accuracy. And I just wonder how that'll play. Man, I just first pitch swinging at everything here. Early Super Bowl pick. I'd be picking Rams and who's the AFC team I like right now? Rams and Bills, I think, would be one I like a lot. I'm really high on the Rams this year. I think Stafford's getting into a better spot. McVay's got a better quarterback to run his offense. I got pretty high expectations for them. I'm going after that. Oh, I believe in the Browns for sure. I do. That team is finally, like, legitimately good. I think Perry would just be a righty. That's probably what I'll go with. Come on, stay fair! Ryan McMahon! Lefty, lefty again. His power versus lefties is better. I don't know how, but it is. I don't think the Panthers will be a playoff team. I don't. I like what they're doing. But I'm not that big of a believer in Sam Darnold at this time. Adam Duvall hits lefties well. I'll try to prove it here. I think the Steelers are a borderline playoff team. Trying too hard. I'm thinking of them as kind of a 9-win team this season. I like their defense, obviously. I like Tomlin as the coach. But between Ben and the offensive line, I just can't have them any higher than 9 wins right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
I think this is going to be the 1 year too many for Ben Roethlisberger, and I think the offensive line is going to seriously hold the team back. But I don't think they're going to be a dumpster fire. Like I said, 9 wins. I don't even have them being under 500. I have them going like 9-8. Isn't that weird to say? 9-8? Because now it's a 17-game season. Now you can go 7-10. You can go 1-16. You can go 11-6. That's a weird record. 11-6. We have Toussaint on the mound here. Gregory Polanco 2-2 on the ground. Beautiful. No more Jeff Fisher season. Yeah, I think this officially ends Jeff Fisher's career. Unable to go 8-8. You can go 8-1. Can you believe they still haven't taken ties out? I think ties are absolutely hilarious, and I cheer for ties to happen, because the more ties that happen, I think the closer we are to having ties taken away. I like the Trey Turner pickup for Pittsburgh, but I just think that the offensive line is still not going to be a strength. I think you're hoping it ends up being average. A lot of teams are in that situation where they know they're not going to be great, but they just don't want to be the worst. I probably could have gotten a better prospect for Trevor Story, yes. That splitter missed pretty high. You know, I don't know much about why David DeCastro was cut. Like, because you would just assume that everybody would want him if he was available. I don't know the deal there. Toussaint gets the ground outs again. It's not always pretty, but, I mean, he got the outs. What more can you ask for there? Yep, Texans is coming out once we're done today with the stream. Is the foot injury that serious, though? To where, like, he's legit done? You don't often hear of, like, debilitating foot injuries like that. Like, even a broken ankle, you're going to be coming back by December. He needs surgery again. So he could be like a mid-season pickup for somebody that needs a boost that's in the playoff hunt. Not this time. That's not enough. Okay, so it does happen. Patrick Willis retired from foot problems. I think if they're reoccurring, I totally understand. And DeCastro, he was 2012 draft, I want to say, so that's a solid 8-year career. I think you're going to see a lot more of these NFL careers be a little bit shorter for some players. I think, you know, a lot of guys might have, you know, 7, 8 good years and call it a career there. Try to save what's left of their body for retirement. Brendan Rodgers. That is not a very good hit there.
Your attention, please.
Ryan Castellani. I'm thinking about trading Sam Hilliard near the deadline to a team that could use a right fielder for prospects. He's been on my bench, but my outfielding situation is good enough to where I can make the move. Yeah, I think he's also, you know, interesting to trade just because he's a little bit older. Like, I'm not thinking about trading him in my series, obviously, with where we're at right now at this time. But where are we going to be, you know, if I get David Geronimo up with the bigs, Zach Veen up with the bigs, and then by then Hilliard's like 30. So I could be doing the same thing in a couple years' time. But for now, I didn't really think much of him when I first started the series, but you keep hitting home runs and doubles the way he does, and you take notice. So a double right away given up by Castellani, who pitched mostly last year at AAA for us, but has a chance to make the team this year. Baez has done it again! What is going on? I can't believe this. I don't do auto scouting. No, I do manual. On the ground. Could have gotten the tag there. That's what it would have taken to get the double play. His ratings are all in the 90s, so I'm like, all right, elite defense. But we got 3 errors in 2 games. It looks like you could use an upgrade at shortstop. Maybe Trevor Story is available. He is not available. He signed a 6-year, $160 million contract. Try it again. This infield is just too much right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now pitching for number 50, Eric Woodson.
Isn't his arm accuracy low? I didn't think so. It is low. Never mind. His fielding, arm strength, and reaction are all super good. When you see his ratings from here, you're like, wow, he's the best defensive shortstop ever. But yeah, I didn't realize his accuracy was that low. Baez should play second with Rodgers at short. What is Rodgers' primary position? You should play him there for best development. They have Brendan Rodgers listed as a second baseman. We played him at short for most of last year. Why does the MLB have the draft in the middle of the season? I believe the main reason, as we beat the shift with a terrible swing, is because they're not going to be playing like big leagues or minor leagues even right away. It's to get them under contract so they can play rookie ball in the fall. and then just get a jump start on their experience there. That's when those leagues are. Come on, Hampson. Not that one. No. Playing on Hall of Fame difficulty. I've just struck out all day with Hampson. That's going a long way. Charlie Blackmon all the way to the wall. That's where Hilliard hit that one in the previous game. Baez. Looking to drive one. I've swung at every first pitch. I had to eventually take one. In the show, when do players usually stop developing? Like, mid to late 20s is when they're pretty much what they are. I haven't done enough franchises to know the ins and outs like Madden. That's what makes sense to me, though. No. They never miss their slider in the dirt. They always have it close enough. Or can you still count on them to develop a little bit in their early 30s? Okay. Because I'm trying to think about with guys like Hilliard who are in their late 20s. Like, are they what they are, or can they still, you know, get a little bit better? I have most of the training specified for the players, so certain ratings are getting worked on. The training is a little bit weird to me in this game, but I think I'm setting it up pretty optimally. Wow. That's a nice pitch.
The bat, the right fielder, Gregory.
Keep it down. Catcher wants him to throw it there again. Come on. Whew. Big whiff on that one. 1-2. Keep it fair. Get to it quick. It was going to go foul.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
All right, trying to take the lead here in the 7th now. It's Ryan McMahon. All right, he's throwing at 88 here. Let's dial it back a little bit. Good timing. I feel like they haven't pitched me there much today.
Up next for Colorado, The designated hitter, Adam Duvall.
I was ready for that one. Adam Duvall. I'm trying to get another home run here. Right center? Maybe? Oh, come on! Another one that's just like a couple feet away. Oh, almost pulled it down the line. Very, very close. I tried, Logan. I did my best for you there. Maybe, don't be too aggressive for these pitches. Would be an interesting strategy on my part. Not offering on that one. Yeah, we'll see more of Touki Toussaint here in the spring training. Hopefully we can get a couple multi-inning outings. But he's gotten a bunch of ground outs so far. So far, so good. Although we like to see some strikeouts. Style points on that jump throw.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the man.
Alrighty, let's go to...
Number 20.
So we signed Pedro Strop, a veteran reliever, and he's got a chance to make the big league club. Facing Jake Fraley. Trying to get the strikeout here. We're going slider in. Ooh. That's exactly where I wanted it, too. Cutter. That wasn't bad. That's a good first impression. We'll send in JP Crawford now. Yeah, we'll do glove changes and stuff like that. That's a pop-up. Looking into franchise for MLB The Show, do you have any tips for beginners? I'd say it's a little more complex than a game like Madden. The big thing, I think, is just you have a 26-man active roster who are your MLB players. But you also have a 40-man roster, which is those 26 plus 14 minor leaguers that are able to be called up to the major league level. A big part of MLB franchise is knowing how to handle your 40-man roster and not messing around with players' options because they can't be sent up and down unlimited. Well, when you send a player down to the minors, it uses up an option. And that option will cover an entire year. So from that point, you can send them up and down whenever you want for that season. But once a player has used 3 options, then they have to clear waivers. Nicely done. I think that's one of the more complex things you at least have to be able to grasp. Careful with fatigue on players. You know, baseball's a grind. Giving guys days off will lessen the chance of injury. We'll do some more substitutions, but I just want to keep hitting with Hilliard. Margavicius trying to push the ball inside here. 2-0. That was a good one to hit right there. Didn't do anything with it. Another thing, too, is that players take a while to develop. It takes time for even A potential players to become really good. So you got to be patient if they're in the minors and if they're at the major league level. You know, it might take a couple years before they start to really play at a high level. But that's normal. But it's a lot of fun. Hope everyone's having a good time today. If you would leave a like on the video, please, that would be much appreciated. Always helpful for the series when those get likes. It's nice with the YouTube algorithm. More likely to get it recommended to people and stuff like that. Let's bring in Elias Diaz. I think we only have 2 catchers up right now. Should probably have another one, but we do not. I'm not going to see the breaking ball up there and not swing at it. Hey, Empathy, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. Did I warm up anybody? I did. All right, we're going to go Joe Smith. Another player we picked up for this bullpen. Taylor Trammell. Trying to go to opposite field, 1 down.
Up next is the second baseman, Sam Haggerty.
Ooh, come on, let's see a better throw. Wow, that was perfect, but now it's not in time.
Your attention, please. He's hitting for the Mariners.
That's C.J. Crone. All right, Crone goes to Seattle then. Hit 23 homers for us last season. Trying to get him to wave at this slider. You want the sinker inside? All right, Joe Smith.
The center fielder, number 1,
Kyle Lewis. Rookie of the Year winner. So what games have you all been playing this summer? Anything recent that you've been sinking some time into, waiting for other games to come out this fall? Jammed. That's gonna be an out. Not really into Diamond Dynasty, not what I'm looking for. And it's not what most of my viewers are looking for either. On this channel anyway. Warzone. You know, I spent a lot of time playing Warzone, but when they were constantly taking forever to nerf overpowered weapons and whatnot, it kind of got me off the game for a while. And then, even when they fixed stuff, I had less desire to come back. So they kind of fatigued me out of the game. with the FFAR. Lots of the show, playing Diamond Dynasty. I've been playing Road to the Show, FIFA, and UFC 4. They're up to 4. Are the UFC games pretty good? I think I played the original and that was it. UFC Undisputed. Got a piece of it. But Hampson's retired. A lot of MLB The Show, of course. Age of Empires 2. Madden 13 on the Wii. MLB The Show, NHL 21, Disco Elysium. FFAR meta was so bad, it was the worst. It was the worst. I think I like the shotguns more. The game looks like it's in great shape now, but I just haven't been playing for a few months. Although cheaters are another problem on that game too. Hey, through the shift we go. Mario Golf, NCAA 07, Sim Racing, F1 2020. I've watched some of that sim racing on YouTube on like Gran Turismo. It looks really, really cool. That sim racing has come a long way. All right, we got Javy Baez here, trying to do some damage in the ninth. See, I'm trying to be patient, and he just gives me a batting practice fastball right there. And then I swing at that one because I wanted the previous pitch. Tapia goes. He's out. Trying to get him in scoring position. A lot of out of the park, Super Mega Baseball. Love Super Mega Baseball. Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, I put some hours into that one too. I definitely like the game. Javy Baez! Come on! That's the lead! We got it! Let's go! Baez goes yard in the spring. I don't care if it counts or not.
Number 15,
Could have been a 2-run homer if I wasn't greedy, but I am. Man. Golden starters or relievers, which would you prefer? Are you talking like Diamond Dynasty? I don't know. I guess I would think starters. That was worth $6 million alone. Oh man, he can't find the zone. Are we gonna get something nice here? Do I power swing? Sometimes. That wasn't a power swing with Javy. I don't think I've had a good power swing today. All my homers have been normal.
Up next for Colorado, the designated hitter, Adam Duvall.
That's up there. Adam Duvall. Good slider. I was looking for that fastball again. No, no, no. Not that. All right, so I should have gotten Givens up. I didn't.
Number 15.
But we're going to give Sir Anthony Dominguez the save opportunity now.
Number 15.
Do I prefer wooden or metal bats? I haven't swung a wooden bat enough. I probably prefer aluminum. I've only swung a wooden bat a couple times, though. Ooh. Don't want to walk the leadoff batter. Let's throw a strike here. Last time I pitched a no-hitter in MLB, that would be whenever I did it last in the Twins franchise. I had a couple. Nice job. I'm trying to think of who I threw those no-hitters with. I know there was at least one that was with somebody you wouldn't expect. Much like some of the no-hitters we've seen this season in Major League Baseball. Who'd I throw my no-hitters with? I probably had one with Keuchel. I mean, I pitched really well with Keuchel in the Twins franchise. Lance Lynn. I know I had one with Lynn. Yep, that's ringing a bell. Thank you, Ump, for that strike. There was another one, I thought. Keuchel, Fowler, and Lynn. Maybe Lynn was the one that I was surprised with. That was around the time that he was actually with the Twins and had like a bad year. They traded him, I think, to the Yankees. And then Lance Lynn, really good year with Texas and pitching well again with the White Sox. I don't want to walk here. Shed long, full count. That's up there. Alrighty, Evan White. That was a wild swing, like some of mine today. I was trying to throw that for a ball. Take it. Sir Anthony Dominguez really having to work here in the 9th inning. About to throw his 20th pitch. We don't want the outings to go this long. Wow, he got the chase. Strike 3. 2 down for the Mariners. Dylan Moore. It's all up to him. If Moore reaches, I think we go to Givens. One and one. Oh, man. Three and one to Dylan Moore. Misses with a slider. All right. Do we leave him in? Either he wins or loses the game. Or do we go Michael Givens? I'm sure Givens is warm. It's been a long inning here. All right. Which one? Leave him in or go to the veteran Michael Givens? What do you think? I got 2, keep him in, 3, 4, 5. All right. All right. He's going to stay in. Sir Anthony Dominguez, Rule 5 pickup, trying to make the team. It's a tough outing here. He's trying to get the save. It might take 30 pitches. But can we get there? Can he control the slider? Ooh, okay, we're not throwing that. No more slider. No more. Just give me your best fastball. I'll throw it one more time out here. Alright. I can't throw it again. He wants the fastball right here. Here we go. Full count. Taylor Trammell on deck. Fastball got him. Frozen. Solid. Wow. Strike 3 for Sir Anthony Dominguez. It wasn't the best save, but it's a save. Wow. How about that? Man, this is fun. There's some good action here. We might not have tore the cover off the ball as much as I would like, but we hit some home runs today. I thought we pitched pretty well. I mean, we didn't allow a lot of runs. Javy Baez gets the game-winning homer. If I hadn't picked the Rockies, who would I have picked? Probably Mariners. The team we just beat.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon.
But I really wanted to go to the National League this time around. The Marlins were also a team it came down to.
For the Mariners, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors.
3 solo homers is how we get the job done today.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 51 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home.
Please do not spam. Here are the initial stats here. Just 4 games in, but Hilliard 4 hits, 2 homers. Fuentes 4 hits. Baez went yard in the sim and in this last game. McMahon has gone yard twice. For pitching, 4 good innings so far for Andrew Heaney. 4 for Gomber, but he's allowed a couple runs, it looks like. 4 of them. Castellani has 3 shutout innings. Who's getting strikeouts? Heaney, Darren O'Day, 2 innings, 6 strikeouts. That's perfect. And there'll be more spring training coming your way. I'm planning on probably doing a stream over the weekend sometime. And trying to get everything together to put an episode up, hopefully Monday. But that was a fun time, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the stream today. That is going to do it for this one. Leave your thoughts. If you're watching this as a video, you can leave your thoughts in the comments. But please leave a like if you enjoyed the action. Subscribe to the channel. There's more on the way. And if you're patient here, give me a few minutes. I'll post the Texans franchise episode up on my second channel, MrHurriicane LP. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It was fun talking and playing some baseball. I will catch you all next time.